There's a lot of stuff about the trains in Tokyo that can be a little complicated. I don't even really feel like I have it down. Like, for instance, got Narita Express and not Narita Express, and you have these green car lines, right? So I bought a ticket in Kamamura, for Narita. Oh no, for Yokohama, because I wanted to hang out in Yokohama first. And the lady goes, "Yeah, it's down on the, I don't know, the second, number 2 or whatever." So I went there, and the train came, and I got on the train, and it was one of these really nice ones, and I didn't realize that it was the wrong train. So I was on just for a couple stops, and then this guy, I showed him my ticket. He's like, "Oh no, you got to get on the other train," because I guess the train that I got on was like a more expensive train, but I didn't know because the lady had told me this. She said go down to, so I thought I was on the right train, but just for like 10 minutes I got to experience that Green Line train, and it's so nice. I mean, it's so like quiet and clean and fast, and like it's not like a bullet train. I haven't done the bullet train yet, but it's like really, really, really nice. So anyway, so I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and I got off real quick, and I actually almost forgot one of my bags. And the guy was like, "Hey, he brought me my bag," so like I was like stoked on that. Because I was so scrambled, I had no idea I was on the wrong train. So anyway, I got on the right train, and I got to Yokohama, and I went through the train station, finally used the restroom, and the Yokohama station is really nice and big, and there's a lot of like restaurants, and like it's like a whole mall kind of thing going on there. And I got out of it, and I was just walking around the streets, and it's kind of like a smaller Tokyo. It's like not it's not as busy. There's not as, I mean, but it is. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of companies there, like Mitsubishi, Nissan, Sony. Like you see all these big buildings like Sony, you know what I mean? So there's a lot going on there, but at the same time it's a little bit more subdued than Tokyo. It's kind of interesting. I would go back and check it out more. I was just kind of like passing through it because I'm on my way to Narita. Basically, like I have a really like early flight tomorrow night, and I didn't get a motel or anything. I mean, tomorrow morning. So I'm gonna kind of like go into Narita and maybe hang out at the airport, walk around a bit, maybe even like, I don't know, maybe walk around the town of Narita, go to a restaurant or whatever, hang out at the airport. Because I gotta like check in like 6 or something. So I figured, why get a freaking motel if I gotta be up super early? And then I'll just sleep on the flight anyway, because it's like a 5 or 6 hour flight to the Philippines. So I've never been to the Philippines, so that's cool. Basically, like I met a lot of people from there when I was working my last job, and I already had a lot of friends from there and stuff. And I've been curious about it for a long time. And when I was on my way to the airport in the bus, I was trying to figure out what I was going to do, because when you check in to go to Tokyo, you're supposed to have a return ticket. And somebody told me about that onwardticket.com thing, where you buy like a dummy ticket. But I was just not convinced of that. I just felt like, can't they tell? And then later I met somebody who said, no, it works. But I mean, I don't know. I just don't know enough about it. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to try it. And I found a ticket to Manila on Zip Air from Tokyo. Just the bottom of a barrel ticket, no food or anything on the flight, like $136. So my ticket on Zip Air from San Francisco to Tokyo was $356, and now my ticket Tokyo to Manila is like $136. So it's about $500 for both tickets, which is not that bad, really. So anyway, so tomorrow I'm going to and also I did that thing, the Travel Express thing that you have to complete online. I did that and I got the barcode that you gotta have to enter the Philippines. I'm not exactly sure if I'm gonna hang out in Manila. I'm gonna kind of feel it out. I might go to like, you can fly to Boracay for like $40, $50. I don't know. I heard Davao is pretty cool. I don't even know like exactly how long I'm gonna be there. I want to check out Vietnam, some other places. So anyway, so today, so I went to Kamakura. I keep on forgetting how to say it. I don't know why it's so hard for me to remember. Kamakura. It's an ocean area, maybe an hour past Yokohama. So Yokohama is like between there and Tokyo, basically. So it's like a coastal area, and it was one of those things where the hostel was tricky to find because my phone wasn't working, of course, and I had to ask around a bit, but then I found it. And it was a pretty nice hostel, but for some reason people kept leaving the light on, and one guy's phone kept buzzing, so I didn't get the best sleep, but I did actually use I have these like headphones I put on. They're not like headphones that you listen to music on, although sometimes what I do is I put earbuds under it, and then I'll put that. It's like one of those things, like it just suppresses sound. So, but even with those, sometimes you can still. I'm pretty sensitive to noise, so that's why hostels are hard for me, because a lot of times people come in and they'll be talking and blah blah blah. But Japan is actually not super expensive, but if I was gonna spend money on hotels, it would be a lot more. I've been in hostels the whole last week, and it'll be nice to be somewhere where I can spend a little less and get actually like a room to myself. There's some stuff that really annoyed me at this hostel, but I don't really want to get into it. Just sometimes people can be inconsiderate, and so I don't want to go into it, but I said before that I'm over hostels, but the truth is in Japan, the hostels are pretty damn good, especially for you're not spending that much. I spent between like $16 and $30 on my hostels the last 7 days. So, and the $30 one was last night, and it was a weekend. So it's really, I think, probably a lot more reasonable than it used to be. I have a feeling that it wasn't like this like even a few years ago. I could be wrong. Anyway, so I walked around a lot in Kamakura. I went to, I had my first ginkgo nuts ever. Saw a huge spider. I had a little lunch. I went down to the beach. I walked up to the bamboo forest, but I didn't actually go in because I felt like I had to get going back because I wanted to stop in Yokohama, and I knew that, I got to give myself time because I don't want to get stuck and not being able to get back to Narita at night because I don't even know what time it goes in the morning. And I'm just at this point where I don't feel like going around and asking people. It's hard after a while, not knowing the language. If I come back, I definitely want to know the language a little better,